So let's do the same thing, but let's add and subtract graphically, and I think it'll help you see what I'm talking about when it comes to domain and range, or just domain rather. We don't really talk about range when we're doing algebra functions. So let's start off with finding the domain of f of x. So f of x is this one right here, and domain is the x value. So it's hard to see on this particular graph, but this is the x and this is the y. So this is the point 0, 0 right there. So the domain then, this is the place 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you see how the f function starts here and goes until it gets to here. So the x value goes from 2 to 10 for f. Let's think about g. G actually starts back here at 1 and goes until it gets to 9. Okay, let's think about then what would happen if I had f plus g. If I want to add points together, they have to be points that are represented on both graphs. So since the graphs both have a point at 2 and both have a point at 9, f plus g only happens from 2 to 9. It can't start at 1 because there would be nothing to add to the g value on the f function. So the adding goes from 2 to 9. All right, let's talk about how we would graph this. So I'm going to graph it by using a chart. And then once you actually figure this out, you're not going to want to use a chart anymore. You're just going to kind of look at the graph and see what's happening. So I'm going to do f of x, g of x, and then I'm going to find, oops, sorry, you couldn't see that. And then I'm going to find f plus g of x and f minus g of x. All right, and we want to go from 1 to 10. So let's go through and let's evaluate each spot at the particular domain. So I'm going to start with the f function, and the f function at 1 doesn't have anything, so it's out. So let's go to 2. The f function at 2, the output value is -2. At 3, the output value is right on the x-axis, so it's 0. At 4, it's hard to see what it is at 4. It's kind of in the middle, so I'm going to leave that open. At 5, it's kind of in the middle. At 6, looks like f is up here at 5. At 7, f is in the middle. I'm going to leave it middle, but at 9, I can see that it is at 1, 2, 3, 4. And at 10, the f function is also at 4. Okay, let's look at the g function. So the g function at 1 is at 1, 2, 3, 4. The g function at 2 is at 1. The g function at 3 is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, I'm looking at the g function. At 4, the g function is in the middle of a line. Same thing at 5. At 6, it's not. At 6, it's right at a grid point. So at 6, it's at 3. At 7, it's in the middle. Oops. It's in the middle. Middle. At 9, it's at 1. And at 10, there's nothing. So let's add these points together. So I'm going to do f plus g in the pink pen. So I'm going to start by adding. Notice I cannot add nothing and 4, so there's nothing here. I can add -2 and 1 and get -1. So this new function, f plus g, at 2 is right here at -1. At 3, I'm going to add 0 plus 5 and get 5. So at 3, I'm going to be up here at 5. So at 3, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At 4, I don't know. At 5, I don't know because these were in between spots. But at 6, I'm at 8. So at 6, I'm at 8. I'm all the way up there. So I'm going to go ahead and connect those dots. See if I can't find a straight edge here. So I'm going to connect the dots here. Connect the dots here. Okay, and then 6, 8 was there. I'm not sure at 7, I'm not sure at 8, but at 9, 4 plus 1 is 5. So it looks like this. And then I can't connect those. So this is my new function of f plus g. And you wouldn't have to fill out this chart. You could just do, okay, f is at -2, g is at 1. So when you add those together, you get -1. And so on like that. Let's do subtract. So I'm going to do that one with the green pen. So I have the f function subtract the g function. Nothing happens here. It can only happen where the two intersect. So now I'm going to do the subtraction. -2 subtract 1 is -3. So at 2, this one's going to be down here at -3. 0 subtract 5 is at -5. So at 3, I'm at -5. At 6, 5 minus 3 is 2. That'll be here. So this one goes down and then back up. Nope, I think I didn't get it over far enough. Should have been right there. And then at 9, 4 minus 1 is 3. So it's going to kind of go something like that. So you can see how making a chart kind of makes it easier to add